What's going on, Drinking Boys? Brand new podcast coming right at you, but you know what we got to do first. We got to talk about those things that generate a little revenue for the show. First and foremost, we are brought to you by the Patreon at patreon.com/MattSlayer. Please come support the Patreon for as little as $3 a month, less than the cost of a beer. You can support this show, help bring booze and the show to you. Well, booze to me, the show to you, week after week after week after week, for just a touch more or a little bit more. You can get the video versions ad-free and uncensored a week early. You can get the audio versions ad-free, and there's a bunch of exclusive content on the Patreon. So go to patreon.com/MattSlayer today. Support the show. What are you waiting for? Also, we are brought to you by the merch store at anwt.net/merch. Cover your shame in my wares. Buy a hat. Buy a shirt. Tell the world you're a drinking buddy. Pick up some merch today. Once again, at anwt.net/merch. Last but certainly not least, the absolute easiest way to support the show is twofold. Signal boost, interact with social media posts, share posts, tell your friends. Just let more people know about the show. The other super easy way to support the show is go to youtube.com/nowwedrink and subscribe. Brings more drinking buddies to the party. My guest this week is the one and only Wendy Raine. Wendy's real interesting as she got into the biz a little bit later on in life after having a full career dealing with marine animals. She's a riot. This was just such a silly episode. I'm not going to make you wait anymore. So sit back, relax, pop a cold one, and enjoy Drinking Buddies.
When aliens come to take over, they look at us like we're out of our minds now. We're gonna galactic makeover, and now we're thinking that they just might be right. I cannot wait for this whole world to end. I'm gonna break out the bottle with my friends. I think they'll tell the best stories when we're gone. And now we drink.
We're just building things off lies, Wendy. Is that how we're starting this? We're just building things off lies.
You said to talk, and so I was just talking out of my ass.
Well, I love that your first instinct is to lie.
I was making up a story.
Oh, okay. Is that what we're calling it now?
Yeah.
Are we making up other stories tonight?
We could.
Is that what you want to do?
I don't know. Will you know?
No! We met a couple hours ago in the AVN media room. I have no idea if you're lying to me or telling stories, as you like to call it.
Mm-hmm. We tell stories.
I've met a few women in my life who like to tell stories.
Then it should be normal for you.
Yeah, this is pretty normal for me.
Okay, let's go.
We're going. That's what the clap meant.
Oh, the clap meant we're starting? That would have been nice to know.
No.
Rude.
Duh.
Rude.
Duh.
Rude. All right. We don't have to tell stories.
But I thought you wanted to tell stories.
Okay.
I'm gonna, by the end of this, I'll be like, did I interview Wendy?
It's all a blur.
You could have just shown up to AVN Media Day, claimed to be Wendy, handed your legal ID because it obviously doesn't say Wendy on it,
Right?
and just told the AVN staff.
Mm-hmm.
You could have been telling stories this whole time.
The whole entire time.
Like you just live in Chatsworth and thought this would be hilarious.
I think it would. Yeah. Yeah.
Are you just like some fucking live streaming influencer and you're just like, I'm going to infiltrate the porn industry today?
I did. You saw me. I was there.
You were. You got interviewed.
I did.
You'll be featured in the AVN magazine.
Isn't that amazing? God, it's amazing.
Absolutely amazing.
So yeah, I do that every once in a while. I just pretend, tell stories.
What was the story today? What was the story you told?
That I was Wendy.
Oh, that's the only story.
Oh, I told lots of stories in the interview, but I don't want to give it away. You have to read it.
What if I don't know how to read?
Well, then that's your problem.
Well, it's a lot of people's problem.
That is sad. Maybe find somebody to read it to you.
Can you read it to me, please?
When I become Dr. Seuss, yeah. I'll read it to you like Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss is dead.
I know.
So you're saying when you pass on to the next life, Wait, as a ghost, you're going to read?
Can't I read it to you like Dr. Seuss?
Oh, I thought you meant you were actually going to become Dr. Seuss.
Well, I'm Wendy right now, right?
Well, you're whoever you want to be right now.
Exactly.
This is pre-recorded. I can change the show notes to reflect whatever you want to call yourself at time of release. Dead seriously, people have changed names in between time of recording and time of release, and I've had to update notes and shit.
I believe it.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not telling stories.
I don't know. I don't know if I would ever change my name.
It's a bad idea. Like, even if your stage name is horrible, it's a bad idea once you get started to change it up.
I agree. I'm not quite sure why people do that. I know a couple of them have done it. I mean, I don't know. I like rebranding. If you want to rebrand, okay. You know, I don't want to be a MILF anymore. I'm going to rebrand as a teenager.
Well, we do live in 2025 where you can self-identify as whatever you want. Do you identify as a teenager?
Identify as chocolate cake. Yummy.
Well, it's well and good, but I just don't know if chocolate cake can consent to some of the things you've done on film.
But that's the past. Now I'm chocolate cake.
So you're just giving up your career?
For the moment. Maybe in like 10 minutes, I'll be Wendy again.
Nothing that would violate chocolate cake's consent will happen here. So
okay.
You can wait till after the show if you want.
Oh, gosh.
I don't know if anyone warned you. This is not one of those podcasts where you're expected to fuck anyone. So
I have never fucked any. Oh, nay, I lied.
Okay, what happened now? Who'd you fuck?
I almost said I've never fucked anybody on a podcast, but that's a lie.
Did you take Michael Gavin Ali's virginity?
Shh, don't tell anybody.
Including him?
All right. No, it wasn't that one. It was the other one.
Which other one?
It was,
I don't have to go to the spreadsheet on this?
Right, the spreadsheet.
Oh my God. Are you cross-referencing cells to be like, podcasts I've done, hosts I fucked?
It wasn't the host.
Oh, it was just another guess?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think I've only done one like that. I can't remember. That's why I have a fucking spreadsheet.
But I love that the cells have to reference each other with people I fucked in podcast appearances. Like, they have to, the formula.
Well,
are you not doing formulas in your spreadsheet?
No. See, so like the fucked part is on a different spreadsheet.
No, it should just be on a different tab.
Yeah, it's on a different tab.
You can put in formulas that will reference between tabs.
I'm not that fancy. I don't know how to do that.
I'll give you an Excel lesson.
I just learned how to, do the formulas that add up all of my, monthly freaking expenses. I can't go from tab to tab yet. I'm not there.
Oh, you got to get there. Because honestly, on the financial stuff, I have a template I use for my P&L every year.
Mm-hmm.
And it totals everything for the year on the last tab, and it does the math across them.
Yeah, I don't have that much stuff.
Oh,
I only have one like you have to scroll down it, but
you're self-employed. Of course, you don't have it segregated by month.
Oh, I have January, February, March, April, May.
I have,
and then I have it listed the rows across. The months are the columns, and then the rows are alphabetically all of my expenses.
See, I just have it. Each month is its own tab.
Ah, okay.
So it's the exact same spreadsheet, just copied 12 times. So I can easily break it down. Like, when I look at a total, it's like, well, that's the Jan total. That's the April.
Well, I have that same thing. It totals up.
But you have to scroll. You have to scroll.
Like 2 inches. It's not like.
Hey, 2 inches can make a big difference.
No, I can't.
Oh, it wouldn't. If it's a difference between 3 and 5, I'm pretty sure that's a big difference.
That is a big difference. Between 5 and 7, that's even a better difference. But
see, 2 inches can make a big difference.
When it comes to scrolling on spreadsheets, it's not that big of a deal.
It's all in the eyes of the beholder.
Sizes and everything, I guess, right?
It's about the motion of the spreadsheet.
All lies, all of it.
Oh, I thought it was all stories. We're lying again?
Well, I already lied about not fucking anybody on a podcast.
No,
come on.
You made a mistake there. That wasn't a lie. Lies involve intent. Like, You can't lie.
That was not intentional. I
Right.
didn't mean because I was just like, oh, I forgot. Oh, fuck, I forgot. I lied.
No, it's not a lie. There has to be intent behind a lie. If you don't know something or remember something, you're not lying, you forgot.
Right.
There's a big difference. Like if you're on the stand and like, Your Honor, I don't recall, that's not a lie. You don't remember.
Or I just don't want to tell you.
Well, you're claiming under oath that you don't recall.
I don't recall.
Hopefully you don't have to do that too often this evening. Hopefully you at least remember a couple of your other partners.
I plead the fifth.
I'm
A couple of my what?
partners. People, sex, people's, maybe.
Only a couple of them?
I don't know. I don't know how many you want to recall or not recall. I don't know how many you want to just push right out of your mind.
Some of them I'd like to push right out of my mind.
Oh, and they're stuck with you? I'm sorry.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah. They're kind of in parentheses on my list.
Like your no list is like in parentheses on the spreadsheet.
Never again. Right there. Just don't be disrespectful. Don't lie about what you have and what you don't have. Don't show up unshowered and
Well, yeah, that's pretty rude.
clean. That's a quick no. Definitely in parentheses now. Oh shit. I'm breaking stuff too.
It's like violent reaction to that. Smelly motherfuckers.
Oh, get off me. Yeah. You wouldn't want somebody smelly on you.
If I help create the smell,
That's different.
it is.
That's different to be all sweaty after a nice romp, that's different. But to show up and be musky, that's not a turn on for me. And that's a easy way of getting you uninvited back.
It's generally not a turn on for me either. I understand that. I mean, there's definitely been times where I've been a horny dude and been like, whatevs.
Most guys do that.
That stupid biological thing in our brain
Mm-hmm.
that makes us incredibly stupid.
100%.
Just, yeah, I mean,
But we got to love you, I guess.
no, you don't have to. You don't have to do anything.
That's very true.
It's a conscious choice.
That makes us not so smart too, huh?
Oh, humanity in general is not so smart? Yeah, that adds up.
Uh-oh.
As I left my fucking phone on, see? Not being a smart monkey.
What the fuck are you thinking?
I'm not.
Apparently not.
I am not.
Do you ever?
Yes, quite often actually.
Oh, okay.
It hurts.
Oh, the smoke. I can see it coming out.
That turned on as I went to turn it off.
What?
The air was on for like,
A hot second. I
Yeah.
heard it. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, what's that?
that was me specifically turning it off because I forgot to turn that off too. And then it
You
kicked
just
in.
aren't prepared.
I was not. No.
What? I'm sorry if I made you unprepared.
Yes, it's all your fault.
It's all my fault.
Absolutely all your fault.
It's
And
all
I'm unprepared. And I'm disorganized.
Everybody always blames me.
Why would they blame you?
I guess I'm an easy target, but you know what? They can go fuck themselves. It's not my fault.
Especially after they're in parentheses. They definitely have to go fuck themselves then.
Yeah, because they're not fucking me.
Exactly. Exactly.
You know what? I'll drink to that.
Well, we actually have to do a cheers.
Cheers. Yes.
But did you have a good AVN Media Day besides one disrespectful motherfucker?
Actually, yeah, it was good. I kind of knew what to expect, but I didn't really know what to expect, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. I mean, it's easy enough to build things up in your mind.
Right. And you can be told about something and expect it, and then it's kind of what you were told, but it was kind of different too. So it was cool. It was nice. I got to see some people that I've known for a while and meet some new people, and had a good interview. I thought you turned that off.
So did I. Fuck. Seriously. It's on vibrate. Like,
That was not vibrate.
no.
I know what vibrate is.
Super.
And
I flipped the vibrate switch and the fucking phone. I know what I'm doing. I am a professional.
He's telling stories.
She might be correct. Fake it till you make it, right?
Exactly. How was your AVN day?
Oh, it was spectacular.
Mm-hmm.
Saw a bunch of people I've known for years and then got to be the subject of an interview. And I did not troll them for once.
Wow. And you met some new people?
A couple, yeah.
Yeah.
Yourself included.
Me?
Yeah.
You met me?
I did.
Absolutely.
Well, it's good to meet you.
Wendy.
Are we sure? Sure it's not chocolate cake?
Chocolate cake. You know I do cake reviews, right?
Like sitting on them and reviewing them or actually eating them and reviewing them?
Both.
In which order?
So I go to a restaurant and the first thing I actually look at on the menu is to see if they have chocolate cake because that determines what I order for dinner.
Are you sitting on it in the restaurant?
Sitting on the cake?
Uh-huh.
No, I don't sit on the cake. What?
That's why I asked. I asked if you sat on them.
No.
You don't know about cake sitting?
Cake sitting?
Uh-huh.
No, what is that?
It's a kink. It's a fetish people are into.
I had no idea. I know that people like to, see like you stomp on food like with your feet and
Oh, yeah,
stuff.
they like you sitting on cake. Well, I'm not necessarily sure if they like you specifically sitting on cake, but they like people sitting on cakes.
Male or female?
I'm sure both.
I do not sit on the cake. I eat it.
Well, you could sit on it, then eat it.
I could, but I will not.
Well, with creative editing, you could do both and not actually have sat on it.
This is true, but I am not a creative editor. You should see my things that I edit. Oh my God.
Is this how you're trying to get me to watch your porn?
I don't edit my porn. I've been very lucky. I've had people who know how to do it. I did have to pay somebody once or twice, but.
Well, as you should.
No, I meant like not either the two of us, somebody outside.
Oh, yeah.
I always offer, like if I do content with somebody and they talk about the editing, I will offer to pay for my edit, and I've been extremely lucky to where they're like, no, it's okay, but I always offer.
Do you ask before or after the scene?
Either one.
Okay. Well, I'm just trying to figure out post-nut clarity figures into this or not.
No, it depends on when the topic comes up. I don't specifically wait until afterwards when they're delirious with,
Oh, I would ask beforehand when they're super horny and want to just like get off and like, yeah, I'll edit it. Can we go? Can we fuck now? Yeah. 100 hours of footage, sure. I would like to fuck now. Like,
are you sure?
well, I'm acting out. I am not sincerely saying that for myself in the moment. If that was unclear.
You were such a good actor. It was very unclear.
Once again, no one is fucking tonight.
No one.
Well, no one is. There are probably people on the planet fucking somewhere, I would hope.
No one in this room is fucking in this room now, tonight.
Correct.
That doesn't mean.
Or in the very near future.
Well, that doesn't mean that I can't leave and go fuck.
Oh, yeah. No one is going to be fucking in this room as part of this podcast.
Or afterwards here.
Correct. Well, someone may come visit me.
Okay.
Once you leave.
But it won't be you and I.
Correct.
There we go.
Our genitals will not mesh this fine evening.
Right. Exactly.
If all goes well, no one will be exposed to the other's genitals either.
Yeah. That would be, yeah.
You didn't want to see my midriff, so.
That was AVN, not me.
Oh, no. You said before we got on air, like, good for them.
That was in the car. I did say that, didn't I?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was just supporting AVN.
They need your support after all. They are failing. Please don't take that seriously. That was a joke.
I didn't say it.
No. They know I said it.
I didn't say it.
There's definitely a difference between our voices. If someone is confused about our voices, they need to go seek medical attention immediately because they're probably having a stroke.
A, B, C, stroke, yes.
Do marine mammals have strokes?
Probably.
Well,
I think any type of Well, it's a blood thing. So any animal that has blood could, right, have a stroke, whether it's like an air embolism or in their lungs or in their brain, you know, because that's something that explodes, like a stroke explodes in their brain and then it kills part of their brain or whatever.
I'm not a doctor.
I'm guessing, but
Well, you worked with marine
But-
animals. I assumed you knew something if they were dying.
yeah, but
Or did they just float to the top of the
I'm
tank like a fish?
no, they sink.
How many dead marine animals have you had to rescue or retrieve? I think that if they're dead, you can't rescue them anymore.
I found 3.
Found.
Yeah.
Is this a story that you found them?
On the bottom of the pool.
Was that where you left them?
Very
Or
sad. No, that's where I found them in the morning. First thing in the morning.
That's
It's very sad.
That's a really shit way to start your shift.
I mean, right? Exactly. But no, they sink.
Man, it's a bummer. How did they even get them out after that? Divers?
Yeah. Divers go in, lift them up, put them on a stretcher, put them in the truck or the golf cart, and then they get a necropsy to find out what happened. How did we get on this deadly subject? Why can't we talk about nice things? But yes, they did like a
Natural order of life isn't nice.
they get a animal autopsy, a necropsy.
Well, we went from strokes to me.
Yeah, we did.
asking about marine life getting strokes because I know you are an expert in such things. So,
Well, I'm not necessarily an expert in strokes in marine animals, but
well, you know a lot more about marine animals than I do.
I do.
How do you know that?
I'm smart.
Oh, you're making assumptions. I may know a lot about marine animals.
Okay,
I don't.
tell me.
I don't. I'm just lying. See, that's a lie.
Ah, because you had intent.
Oh, very much so.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's true.
I went to school.
Well, I went to school too.
I got a degree.
I got one of those.
In what?
High school?
You got a degree in high school?
Yeah, it's a diploma. It's a degree. That is a degree.
It's a diploma. Yeah, I guess it's a degree.
It is.
But you can't say I got a BS in high school.
No, I got a degree in high school.
Yeah, but what degree is it? So you got a diploma,
I did.
but is it a degree?
No.
Mine was super hot, a Fahrenheit degree.
I think you should probably go into Kelvin at that point if it's that hot.
That's why I'm in porn now. Because it was so hot.
Oh, I thought it was because you enjoyed sex.
That, yes, because the sex is hot. Wow.
Not room temperature, just hot.
Room temperature sex. That's not hot.
No, it's room temperature.
I know. Wow.
Like, what have I signed up for? What the fuck?
Actually, not that bad.
Well, I'm glad. The show's not over yet.
Good.
I agree. We have time to fill.
Yes.
For the people who don't know at home, you actually did work with marine mammals. I'm not just making that up out of the fly, right?
He
Please.
pulled it out of his ass.
I pulled many things. Oh, no, but that's not right.
Don't pull anything out of his ass, please. Yes, I did. In my previous life, I worked with marine mammals. And I know that some people have noticed the tattoo that I have on on my arm, and I've actually had questions about it. People trying to figure out what it is
May
in
I see?
pictures and stuff.
It's a whale tail.
It's a dolphin tail,
Okay.
and it's a tail of my favorite dolphin. So each dolphin and whale have individual tails that are like fingerprints. So you can identify them by their tails. And so I got his tattooed on my arm.
Aw.
That's what it is. So he lives with me forever.
Was he one of the ones you found?
No, I was off that day.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Well, there's a painful memory. I'm just bringing up. Sorry.
every single painful memory. No, it's fine. It's fine. That was a long time ago. So I'm good with it now. But yeah, it was, I think it's pretty cool because I was able to identify them by their tails and by their dorsal fins on their backs, as well as their faces. Of
Aw.
course.
Were they mean?
I wouldn't say mean. I would say they have a specific way of expressing themselves sometimes, you know. So if they didn't feel good, they couldn't say, hey, I have a headache. Leave me alone. So maybe they would bite your hand, or maybe they would swim away.
This is all very relatable.
Yeah, exactly. And so then, we would do all the medical things and find out that, oh yeah, I don't know if he had a headache or not, but apparently they weren't in the mood. We would find something wrong with them, give them, medicine to take care of it, and then they would feel better and they wouldn't bite. But they don't have voices, so they have to figure out a way to tell us that they don't feel good. Kind of like your dog. You just notice your dog behaving differently one day, and you're like, what's wrong with you? And they're not getting up, or they're moping around. So if something might be wrong with them, you take them to the vet.
To euthanize them, yes. Kidding. Please don't come for me. There's so many dog lovers in this fucking industry.
Wow.
That is what gets me canceled. Of all the horrible things I've said over the years, that's the one. That is the one.
And it's on my show. Great, thanks.
They're coming for me, not you.
I'll be associated with you for the rest of my life.
Perfect.
Great.
This is what I've been asking.
You're going to take us down one by one, aren't you?
No.
Lies. He's telling stories.
I'm just responsible for me.
I have 2 dogs. I'm a dog lover.
Oh, I love other people's dogs. Oh, no, I can't be responsible for keeping anyone else alive.
It's hard enough keeping yourself alive, isn't it?
Exactly.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that. See, someone who gets it right away. Because everyone else looks at me like, what do you mean? I'm like, because it's difficult keeping this machine afloat.
Yeah.
They'll find me at the bottom of a pool and need divers one day.
Yeah.
But there'll be no question how I went.
How will that be?
Oh, probably alcohol poisoning if I died at the bottom of a pool.
Okay, I could see that.
Yeah. I assume I'll just get too drunk and fall into a pool.
Do you have a pool here?
No.
Oh.
That'll be really the interesting part. It'll be a bigger question of how I ended up in the pool at that location than why I was dead in the pool.
Yeah. Why were you in this pool?
Like just some random person's house in the hills, like, the fuck? Who is this guy? Why is he dead in the bottom of my pool? Why are there empties all around the pool?
Look, there's his glass. We know who it is now.
Yeah. That's why you have branded glassware. Well, this isn't branded, but this is pretty signature at this point.
Yeah, I like it.
It's Van Gogh.
Nice.
Purchased at the Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam. So
You went to Amsterdam?
I have.
Wow.
Travel abroad much?
Never.
Never, really. Do you have a passport?
I do have a passport
Then why have you never traveled abroad?
because I didn't. I was always working, and I never had an opportunity to go. I mean, I've been out of the country.
Okay. Where
But
to?
The Bahamas, Mexico, Jamaica.
Places easily accessible from Florida.
Yeah, I've been to Canada. Actually, just on the boat at Niagara Falls. So I guess that doesn't really count because I didn't need a passport for that.
What year was that?
A long, long time ago.
So pre 9/11?
Pre my 9/11, yeah.
You had your own 9/11?
Between pre me being 9 or 11.
Oh, I was like, you had your own terrorist attack? Wow.
Oh, God. That was hard. That was hard. Yeah, no.
3,000 people died in yours too?
No.
Oh, that's good.
No, pre 9/11, I was actually flying and kind of was glad that I wasn't flying anymore when that happened.
I can imagine.
I had a lot of friends who were stranded in cities for weeks because, they grounded all the planes, and I had people we knew who, were there and saw everything that happened. And, it was not a good day.
Not so much.
We get on these weird topics of like,
Oh, yeah. No one warned you about that. This tangents in weird places.
do you believe in ghosts?
Not particularly, but I also have not been given any reason to believe that they exist or don't exist. So
Coincidences? Like or psychic abilities, that things that seem just a little too much like a coincidence, that it couldn't be anything else besides some type of outer force.
The human mind makes up a lot of shit.
Did you just understand what I said? Because my human mind just made up that sentence, and I don't think I understood it.
Oh no, I understood. Like,
You know what I mean?
Exterior forces, but also I've never been presented with anything that actually shows that it actually happened. Eyewitness testimony is very suspect.
So I went to college and I graduated. And after I
No,
graduated,
you keep rubbing it in.
haha. After I graduated, I saved up a bunch of money to go on this trip. And I needed my passport for it. And it was like 3 weeks before the trip, and I couldn't find my passport.
Oh no.
I was freaking out. I was searching everywhere. The trip was in March. That January, my grandmother passed away. And this was like middle of February that I'm searching for my passport. And I had a dream, and my grandmother was in it. And she was telling me to look to what she gave me. Look for what she gave me. And I was like, this is just so weird. And I continued looking for the next few days for my passport. And I had this trunk that I had at college. And I'm going through it. And I had a birthday card from my grandmother. And my passport was in that card.
It's a weird place to put your passport.
I know. But I probably would have just said, oh, it's from my grandmother, but that dream came back in my head, and I was like, this is weird. And because she sent pictures and a letter and everything, and it was in there.
That very much could just be a trick of your mind. I mean, you dreamt it.
Yeah, but I dreamt it before I found it. Like, she was telling me where to look.
Or your subconscious was telling you where to look, because they knew your subconscious remembered you put it there.
This is true. It could have been, but I'm not saying that means that there's spirits and ghosts and that infiltrate your dreams.
I'm just saying, if grandma's using that to infiltrate your dreams, there's better ways. There's better uses, grandma. Come on. Lottery numbers, something.
This is true.
Like, oh, hey, I'm going to exert all this supernatural effort to be like, hey, find your fucking passport. Something that you could have made an appointment and gotten an emergency passport for if you really needed to.
Not in 3 weeks.
Oh, yeah. 100% you can. If you have travel booked, you can get a passport same day. You just have to pay for it.
Oh, yeah, that's true. My passport expires in 2 years. I just looked at it today. It was because I was filling out the AV, and I was like, oh, damn. I guess I gotta.
You gotta go somewhere with it.
Well, I'm going to Jamaica in July.
Ooh, all inclusive, or are you actually
all inclusive?
Gross.
What?
Oh yeah, no, it's not how I like to travel.
You don't like to travel all inclusive?
Hell no. I like to get an Airbnb or a hotel in a neighborhood, and then I go into local bars, pubs, and ask people what I need to see in their cities. Like,
okay,
I want to be out in the wild. I want to actually experience culture. Like, if I was going with a partner and we're just going to have a sexathon somewhere, tropical, sure, all inclusive would be fine. Because I don't want to have to think about shit. We're just going to be rubbing genitals till we're raw. Please bring us food and drink.
Well, I'm going to a naked resort, so.
Well, fair enough. I mean, you are going with that plan.
Mm-hmm.
I'd hope.
That's why I go.
I'm not here making assumptions for you.
Uh-huh.
Maybe you're just like, I want to be naked.
Always.
You have clothes on right now.
I know it's bothering me, but
once again,
there's going to be no fucking this.
Why? Every time you take your clothes off, you have to fuck?
No, not at all.
Okay. So if you're uncomfortable, you can be comfortable. There'll still be no fucking.
Okay. But no, it's too cold. It's warm there in Jamaica, and I like being naked, and I'll go scuba diving.
Naked?
I have, yeah.
I feel like the straps would be rubbing. Yeah.
It kind of did. It kind of did rub a little bit. But it was really freeing. It was very cool, very freeing. We all did. There was just a small group of us. There was one time I went on a snorkeling trip, and I was naked. Apparently, the non-naked resort snorkeled at this same rock cliff thing, and I came around the corner and ran smack into an old lady. We both sat up in the water, and of course I'm naked and she's staring at me, and I'm like, excuse me, and I just
Should have been like,
swimming.
lady, you got those too. What are you worried about?
Like, I hope I didn't give her a heart attack, and she's at the bottom of the pool.
Oh, that's a little deeper.
That a little bit. I need a full tank to go down and get her there.
I mean, would you go retrieve her? Would you feel that you needed to go retrieve her
if I knew about it, I probably would try, or I'd probably get somebody, because this was just snorkeling. There was no tank or anything, so I don't know if I could hold my breath.
Well, if you were quick and you could stop her from falling.
Yeah, but I just swam away. So I didn't turn around to look. So I don't know if she could still be there.
To this day.
This day.
She's haunting that rock.
I guess I won't go back there in July. I won't go back there in July.
Your nipples get like cold when you get nearby. Like, oh God.
Oh, she must be here.
God. Poor old lady.
Yeah, but she saw beauty before she passed away. Pride and joy.
It's true. She got to see what most people only dream about seeing. In person.
I was going to say.
In person. Like, I got to put the asterisk of it in person. Hopefully, many, 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 many people have seen it on the internet.
I'm sure they have.
You don't know your metrics off the top of your head?
No.
Is that in the spreadsheet too?
No.
Why not?
I don't keep really track of that. Should I?
Why not?
What? I mean,
you're a content creator, so you can see if you're having growth or decline, see what, content hits.
Well, I guess I could.
I'm being a horrible influence right now. Like, please make more work for yourself.
Exactly. No, but like I see my the Twitter, X numbers.
It's Twitter, whatever.
Go up, and the Instagram followers go up, and the OnlyFans followers go up, and
no, those are all good things.
But I don't know.
You're not getting granular with it, like getting into the weeds. Like, oh, hey, this scene with these tags and this performer is doing X amount better on OF versus this scene.
No, I don't care.
It's your money.
Will you do it for me?
You paying me?
I already pay too many people to do stuff for me, so no.
Well, you should pay one of them then.
I know, exactly. But I mean, they have the metrics there, like on the ManyVids and the not so much ManyVids. ManyVids is visitors, and then how much money you make per day.
Visitors and money you make per day is important.
Yeah. Like I know the OnlyFans has all those statistics that you can hit and see, but I really never looked into it that hard.
I do love that I bought you fries and then you just assumed I would do free work for you. Like, this is such a nice guy.
Why not? Don't you? I mean, fries are just the start.
I don't buy fries for everyone.
Oh,
Actually, I think you're the first guest in the history of the show I've ever bought fries for.
Am I the first guest to ever ask for fries?
Possibly.
Am I the first guest to ever spend all day long in an AVN office and not eat dinner and then have to have French fries for dinner on the way to your podcast?
Maybe. I'm not tracking my guests' lives.
Okay, so why aren't you tracking that?
Because that doesn't generate me money. And also, that's how you get a stalker beef. And I really don't want one of those.
True. Yeah, no, you don't want to be a stalker.
I really don't. Well, I especially don't want to be a convicted one.
You just don't want to be found out. This is attacking me.
No, I actually give so little cares that I don't want to spend that much of my day being obsessed with someone else. I'm pretty self-absorbed.
I can tell.
I'm glad you could notice. I wasn't hiding it. But you think this was some shame? I'm not ashamed of that.
It's all you. It's all you.
I'm glad you've come to that realization this early on into our friendship.
We're friends?
Acquaintances?
We're getting there.
Business associates?
Sure.
I like that.
We'll see where it goes. Just not the fucking.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But no, I don't do a lot of the statistics.
Well, you should.
Maybe I should, but I don't know how. So I need somebody to teach me. Somebody teach me.
Someone that she doesn't have to pay. Won't be me.
Damn it.
Well, especially when we're in business associate land.
Oh, yeah.
It's business land. Like, hey, business associate, will you do some free labor?
Free? I'm here for free, aren't I?
No, you're here for a symbiotic relationship.
Oh, wait, I'm here for fries.
No, to be honest, you're here for a symbiotic relationship.
Yes. Yeah.
We are here to promote each other.
Absolutely.
So we are both working for exposure at the moment. Unexposed.
Unexposed exposure.
Exactly. I
like that.
In your line of work, I'm not sure that you should like that.
In this case?
In this particular scenario, yes.
Yeah. I mean, would it get you more attention, more viewers if I flashed the camera or something?
My Patreon audience would love that, but that is not required in any way, shape, or form.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. Just trying to help you out.
Well, if you want to, feel free. I'll even look away if it'll bother.
Maybe at the end.
Okay. Well, that works.
A bonus.
That works even better for me because then it's easier to edit out. Because the YouTube version, I have to edit it out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true.
But luckily, it's a 2-camera shoot, so when that happens, it just stays. My camera just stays on me. You're like, oh, hey, those are tits. Yay.
Oh, you missed out. Got to pay to see them.
Yep, exactly.
There you go.
Part of the plan.
Yeah.
They see my nipples for free all the time, though.
And your midriff?
Well, I mean, I can't really pull my shirt off without showing them the midriff to get to the nipples.
What? Why do you show them your nipples?
Because it's funny.
Do they think it's funny?
I don't know. Don't care.
Maybe you should, because if they care, maybe they won't watch anymore.
Oh, I don't do it within the first 30 seconds. YouTube, it's 30 seconds after to count as a view. So if they tune off afterwards.
Oh, okay. I get it.
If they're no longer here now, I mean, I really do appreciate if you're still here watching. I really do. It does help. But if you left earlier because you saw my nipples, which you did not in this episode, you still gave me a view.
He did not show his nipples. Not yet.
Wendy's got to get me a little more drunk before I start showing her my nipples. And she has to ask, too.
Can I see your nipples?
There was a first part of that statement of, you have to get me a little more drunk first.
Get yourself another drink. I can't, look at all that liquor you have over there.
Yeah, there's a fair amount.
Yeah.
The show's not called And Now We Sober.
And now we sober. What's Espolon?
It is a tequila.
Oh, okay.
Are we doing a pop quiz on what's on my bar?
I'm testing you. I've never heard of that before, so I have no idea what it was.
Yes, it is a tequila.
I don't like tequila. There's vanilla simple syrup. What do you put that in?
Alcohol.
No shit.
You asked.
What kind?
Well, things that convert into ethanol in your body when you metabolize them. I do not make cocktails with vanilla simple syrup. It's on the bar. Someone else will. It's readily available if someone else requests it.
Okay. That was the answer that I was looking for.
You always get the answer you're looking for on this show. Sometimes you get convoluted answers out of me.
I get BS.
No. There are no bowls involved in this. It's just shit.
That's true.
Yeah, that one's not a story.
No.
As you're playing with a tequila bottle.
I see. You drink a lot of tequila?
No.
No? You don't like tequila?
Oh, I don't dislike tequila, but I don't drink a lot of it.
Okay.
Many people in the industry do drink tequila. That's why there are so many tequila bottles, because everyone wants a different fucking tequila.
I see. What do you drink?
Bourbon.
Ah, that specific kind or any kind?
Not any kind, but I'm drinking this while I have it, because this is hard to come by.
Oh, is it a special one?
It's really fucking irritating. It's not all that special. But Buffalo Trace puts it out on consignment now, so it's ridiculously hard to find in LA.
Okay. That's hopefully the frustrating part, not explaining it.
No.
Okay.
The frustrating part is how I used to be able to go to my local Walgreens and just buy it as much as I want at retail.
Oh, now it's just like a special order, and it's
Oh, if you can find it. Like,
and it's twice as much,
oh, I wish it was twice as much.
3 times, 4 times.
Yeah.
I see.
Like this bottle, my buddy, one of my business partners brought up from Texas.
That was nice of him.
It was very nice of him. This is a retail $44 bottle. In Los Angeles, if I was able to find it, would be over $200.
And is this your favorite kind?
It was when the price point. When it was a regularly accessible $25 bottle,
Uh-huh.
damn right, because it was, you know. And now I still very much enjoy it. I do not feel it is worth $200 bottle in any way, shape, or form. So even when I can find it in LA, I will not spend that much money on it because it's a good bourbon, but it is not a $100+ bottle of bourbon.
I see.
Makes me upset that other people discovered it. Besides Corona, what else do you drink?
I like fruity stuff. You know, I'm a girl. Vodka cranberry, usually raspberry vodka cranberry.
Just don't want to taste
Jack,
the alcohol?
strawberry daggers. Yeah, I'm not a big, I don't like to taste the alcohol. That's why I put like 5 lemons in my Corona. And I mean, I'll drink a regular beer.
Is that Corona a regular beer?
You know what I mean? A beer that I don't need to put lime in. Bud Light, something light, you know. But usually, like if I go out to a club or a bar, it'll be the vodka cranberry.
Hey, nothing wrong with it. Gets the trick done.
It's still, you know,
helps flush
the kick in.
Helps flush the kidneys while you're drinking.
True. A lot of sugar in it, though, but
I'm sure you'll figure out a way to work it off.
I do a lot of cardio.
You don't say.
Yeah. It's fun.
Cardio's fun?
My kind of cardio is fun. More lime. Because I said 5 limes and there's only 1 in here. And so now I have 3.
Why didn't you ask for those sooner?
I didn't ask for them. I just said I wanted a lime. He gave me a lime. So it was fine with me. But now
Well, is it usual for you to not fully ask for what you want in this world?
No, it is not usual. I just was thirsty and I thought, 1 lime is fine.
And then you reconsidered. I understand.
Well, I was talking, I exaggerate when I say 5 limes. I usually put 2 or 3 in. So.
Well, hey, look, the magic number was reached.
Mm-hmm. They magically appeared.
I don't understand why you just didn't ask for 3 limes initially.
Because if I remember correctly, someone said they didn't know if they had limes or not. So if you had only a little bit, I didn't want to take all of them.
Well, once the fruit's cut, got to go somewhere.
All right. It tastes kind of coconutty too.
I don't know why it would.
I don't know how you would either, but I need to.
Stroke again?
Maybe. Stroke.
Don't worry. I'll make sure to get some divers.
Perfect.
Do you want to be buried at sea?
My husband doesn't. And he wants me to be with him. So no, it won't be buried at sea. I think if I was to really think about what I wanted to do, I think maybe I'd want to be like buried at sea or like shot into space.
You could do both. If you get cremated, you could do both.
Sprinkle me here, sprinkle me there.
Well, I mean, one's a shot. Actually, probably both would be shooting you into the ocean, shooting you into space.
Well, you just sprinkle into the ocean.
But then you're on the surface. You're not really in the ocean.
Yeah. You would dissolve, though. But yeah, like shoot yourself up into space. Be up there.
Yourself. You're going to self-propel into space?
You know what I mean.
I don't. That's why I asked.
Would you get on a one of those Elon rockets and go to Mars?
Fuck no.
No?
That is a death trap. As a Tesla owner, sometimes the shit's not so well engineered. Bad enough I trust my life with that thing on the daily. At least there's oxygen if shit goes wrong.
True. Like that one that kept going after it got into an accident?
Oh, yeah. Oh, and if the batteries catch fire, it's bad.
Did you see the armored truck thing or whatever that
The Cybertruck, or
The Cybertruck in front of the hotel in Vegas, the Trump hotel that exploded, had the fireworks in it, and it like all contained everything, and they thought it was the battery, and they were talking about a whole bunch of stuff. And
yeah, no, that was just a domestic terrorist. But
yeah. But it would contain it inside. But your Tesla is not Cybertruck.
I don't think the Cybertruck, if the battery goes up, would really contain it either.
But they were talking about that. They thought that the battery caught fire.
They thought. They didn't know.
Well, yeah. Those lithium batteries will burn forever.
Oh, yeah. No. When Teslas catch fire, they sometimes relight days later.
They relight?
Uh-huh.
I don't have a Tesla. Sorry.
I'm not upset about my purchase. I just have the reality check of, there's some things that sometimes go wrong with the car.
I mean, obviously, you can fix the car. And obviously things could go wrong with the rocket, but don't you think over time that they would be able to fix it to where there's nothing imminently wrong with it?
Yeah. Which rocket do you get on to be sure that's the one that has nothing wrong with it?
Well, let me ask you this. Would you have gone up in the space shuttle?
How much were they paying me?
I don't know.
Actually, that's a good question. How much did the Apollo 13 crew get paid?
Apollo 13 is different than the space shuttle.
Okay. Challenger crew. They didn't make it, but.
What is the Discovery? Is that? I would go into space.
Well, going into space and going to Mars are two separate things.
This is true. Would you go into space then? Like William Shatner did. He paid to go to the edge of space, could be Captain Kirk.
So the average salary for a NASA civilian astronaut is $152,000 a year.
Okay. And let's say you have how long is the typical astronaut career? 15 years. I don't know how old, if they have a cutoff, an age cutoff or whatever. Let's say 20 years. Okay. For an astronaut, you get $150,000 a year. How many of those years do you actually go up into space?
Like twice, maybe.
Okay.
Most of the time it's just like being on fucking machines and shit here.
Doing training and simulations and things like that. So you're getting all that money over all those 20 years to go up into space twice.
Well, you're also a test pilot in a lot of cases beforehand. So you're probably test flying some other aircraft. Like
airplanes?
Yeah.
That's fine.
Most astronauts are fucking test pilots, so. These guys are already risking their lives. Let's just shoot them a little higher.
There you go. But you wouldn't do what like William Shatner did and go to space like that?
I mean, if it was in budget, I'm not going to bankrupt myself to do it.
Let's just say it's free. You don't have to pay for it. Would you do it?
Sure.
Because it's free?
Yeah. Duh.
Let's see. What else would you do if it was free?
Lots of things.
Mm.
Was I supposed to produce a list?
Would you skydive?
Already have, and I paid for that.
Oh, okay. What's something that scares you? Would you do it for free?
Well, I paid to go scuba diving, and I found out it's not for me.
A lot of people don't like scuba diving. They get claustrophobic.
Yeah. I am not normally a claustrophobic person at all, and there was just something about...
It's the breathing through your mouth and the mask.
Well, it was breathing through my mouth and the mask. I have sinus problems, so when I went to clear, I just felt like I couldn't clear properly. I started getting in my head about it. Yeah, you gotta be careful with that. I didn't get that far. I was under the water for a little bit, and then it was just like I can't feel like I cleared properly. I can't feel like I'm clearing properly, and I'm just like I need to get out of the water. And that was the only chance you gave it. Mm-hmm. It is so beautiful down there. Would you go down in a submarine? Sure. Yeah. As long as it's not operated by Ocean Gate or whatever. Like the minute I see a fucking video game controller controlling the sub, I'm out. But that's how they steer it. In those subs, that's how they do it with a little joystick. joystick is not a PlayStation controller. The Ocean Gate one was controlled with a PlayStation controller. Yeah.
Okay.
If you are not designing the hardware yourself, I'm skeptical. As someone who's an avid video game player, I see how often controllers go bad. I want you to have spent a lot of money building one yourself, not buying one off the shelf.
How deep would you go?
I don't think that would be up to me. I don't think they're going to let me steer.
If you were given the option of going on 4 different submarine rides and each was a different depth, would you go on the deepest one?
Sure.
Okay.
As long as it's like not someone making the fucking sub themselves.
And playing with a PlayStation joystick thing.
Yes. If there are red flags involved, I'd be like, I'm out.
Just make sure they don't drill anything into the hull of the submarine on the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
sounds like a great way to be depressurized.
Exactly.
Pressure, good.
Depressurized, bad.
Very bad. Very, very, very bad.
So you probably couldn't clear your ears going to space anyway, if you can't clear your ears going down there. Do you have trouble on an airplane when you descend?
I've flown so much at this point that like my ears don't even pop anymore from altitude on.
Because I mean, there's several different ways that you can clear your ears. And when I was flying, I got into the habit of doing it. So when I dove, it just became a habit as well.
Well, and back when my ears would, because of the altitude from what I could do the
Valsalva.
Yeah, I didn't know the technical term.
There you go.
But for whatever reason, when I was under the water, it was just like, this is not working properly, and I just freaked out.
You can yawn. Make yourself yawn. That clears your ears too. Swallow.
Well, my dive instructor was just like, well, this is the only way.
That's not the only way.
Well, they weren't very good dive instructors then.
Apparently not.
No. They were not.
It's beautiful.
Well, I'm sure. I was in Australia, and it was.
You were in Australia? Were you on the Great Barrier Reef?
No, this is the worst part. It was a very controlled dive. It was at an aquarium. It was a shark dive in an aquarium.
Talk about controlled.
Right. No, it was a very controlled dive. I still fucking, when I couldn't clear properly, just got in my head.
Okay. You should give it another try.
I'm sure if given the opportunity and there's a woman I'm trying to impress, I will.
It's like many about the ladies.
I mean, most things men do in the grand scheme of things actually are. So I'm just honest about it.
Good for you.
I would have never tried sushi, which I love. I love sushi if it wasn't for a woman. So.
Okay.
I, as a child, as an adolescent, until this day, I don't really particularly care for cooked fish in most cases. So I avoided sushi forever. Ended up out on a date with a girl, and she's like, we're going to order sushi and appetizer. And I went, I'm just like, all right, cool. And then it was like, oh, this is amazing.
Excellent.
Yeah. Best thing to come out of that.
Anything else you've done for a lady that you thought you didn't like, but you do like?
Not really. Unprotected sex, but first time I chose to have unprotected sex, it was her idea.
So,
because I'm of the age of where sex ed taught me that if you had unprotected sex, you would get AIDS and die.
Right, yeah.
So the first time I intentionally, went raw was her being like, just stick it in.
And you were like,
oh, this is
I want to fuck, so I'm just going to do it.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. I was like, oh, okay.
Man.
Yeah. And then post-psychology was like, oh God, I'm going to die. I'm going to die now. Like someone I'm regularly having sex with, protected for a fair amount of time, was like, oh God, I'm going to die now. Like, fucking stupid.
That's okay. That's the way that, they were taught. I think we all were taught like that.
No, modern kids, I don't think are.
I'm not a modern kid.
You don't say.
No.
Those of us who were given sex ed a little while back were definitely traumatized into thinking that, if there was not a barrier, you were just going to die.
Or you get some horrible other disease. They showed pictures of like
Yeah, the worst HPV breakout you've ever fucking seen. This is like,
the herpes and the drip and
yeah.
disgusting.
Little did I know, I could have been raw dogging for so much longer and just taken some antibiotics,
Get a shot in the ass. Psh.
a round of pills,
Yeah.
just a quick porno cold, and gone about my day.
Now you know.
I do. That's why I don't use condoms very often.
Are you Gen X?
Barely not. I am the elderly of the elder millennials. Like I missed Gen X by
6
What?
months.
not even 40 days. I missed Gen X by 40 days. Yeah.
You consider yourself Gen X?
In most things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm proud of my generation.
Which generation's that? Z?
Gen X. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm Gen Z.
I mean, you were telling me other stories earlier, so I just was wondering what story we're running with. I'm not here.
Oh, yeah, that I was a Pisces and that I like all this stuff. Yeah, no.
I mean, you also claimed to be very much a millennial earlier, so I'm not here to call you out on any of your stories.
Oh, I did, didn't I? Yeah, no, I wish.
Why? Why do you want to be a millennial?
I just want to be that age. I don't want to be that generation.
Fair.
So I like, that all the other generations are scared of us. Because we're the tough kids, we played dodgeball and got hit in the face a lot and, drank out of the hose and played outside all day. Didn't have cell phones or computers or anything like that. It's we actually had to go outside and talk to people.
Oh, I know. When you made plans with someone, you actually had to show up because otherwise you just couldn't reconnect.
No. The best thing ever, and no new generation is going to understand the best feeling ever, was when you got mad at somebody when you were talking to them on the phone and you could just slam that phone down and hang up on them. Now you're just like, there's nothing like slamming that phone down and hearing the ring come out of it,
It's true. It was very satisfying.
It was very satisfying.
One of the things, I've said this before, that I feel all future generations truly have to miss out on is having to call a girl's house and speak to their parents.
Yeah.
Because like you had to muster up the fucking courage to call in the first place, and then like you get their mom or dad be like, "Hi, is Wendy there?" And then so who are you? Why are you calling my daughter?
Yep. Exactly. The busy signal.
Yep.
Not knowing who was calling because there was no caller ID.
Yeah.
No internet.
So I'm happy I'm of the age where like I had an analog childhood, but I'm young enough that I understand technology.
I remember when we got cable.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm really showing my age.
You're looking at Scrambled Playboy Channel too?
Yes. Oh. I had Pong.
Good old Atari 2600.
It was amazing. And then we had Atari and all of those amazing old games.
They don't hold up.
No.
But they were amazing at the time, for sure.
Yeah. That was the beginning of the end. Oh, technology. I don't know. Like I said, I don't edit well. So.
Well, hire people.
I have.
Well, there you go. Problem solved.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, I love technology. This literally couldn't have happened 30 years ago.
No, I understand. And I think that now, excuse me, now it's like a necessary evil, but it's great. And the problem is that sometimes I don't understand it. I don't know how to use it. I was trying to figure out something with a website, not mine, but somebody else's website, how to navigate through it. And it was just, I had to leave it for another day.
Well, sometimes people make fucking obtuse choices with their fucking websites. Don't blame yourself on that. That's poor design. as poor design on their part, if they make it to a place where you can't figure out how to intuitively use it, that's on them. It's just like,
I guess, yeah.
it's just like the same shit of like, oh, you're not smart if you use big words if your person you're speaking to doesn't understand what you're saying. Being able to communicate concisely is much more a sign of intelligence than using fucking big fucking words.
True. Yep. True.
I didn't have any further point on that. I was just saying the thing.
Well, I mean, I figured out how to use like VideoPad.
I don't even know what that is.
It's an editing software I have on my computer, and it's pretty simple. So I can do stuff like take 2 clips and put them together and do a cool transition thing.
A star wipe?
Sure, if I want. Diffuse, left, swipe, fade from white, all that other shit. I can fade to black at the end, put a title on the beginning, and bam, it's done. That's it. If it gets any more complicated, like I had one of my very, very, very first content I put out was we had 2 cameras.
Awesome.
It was awesome till I had to put it fucking together. And so it was just a blowjob scene. And
just a blowjob?
Yeah.
Did you check with your co-star if it was just a blowjob to them?
I know he loved it.
Well, then it wasn't just a blowjob to him.
It was an experience. So it was just this. Absolutely. He had POV, but at the end, I was in front of a mirror and we had the camera shooting towards us so we could get it in the mirror too. And the cum shot. Yeah, so I had a camera here and here. Huh?
He came?
Of course he did.
Well, that happens every time?
Every time. Anyway, the hardest part was trying to figure out.
That was the hardest part? Sorry. That was right there.
It was.
Like right in your face.
I left myself wide open for that one. Anyway, trying to figure out how to put it together. So I decided to do it picture in picture.
How very Gen X of you.
Exactly.
Did you like draw on the screen with like doing a play-by-play like it was a fucking football game? Like, 4th and 10. The greatest
thing that ever happened in this scene was as we were because we were on the bed POV and we got up to walk to the camera. The greatest thing that happened was I coughed as we were walking over, a little cough. And I was able to pick that up on both the cameras and sync it up. It took forever for me to sync it up, but I did. And then they were able to run simultaneously in that picture in picture.
So pro tip, that's why I clapped when we started the show.
Yeah. Okay.
To slate it.
Okay.
So if you ever do 2 cameras again, if you're going to just have cameras continually running, just slate it. Just make a clap. It'll put a spike in the audio.
Interesting. Yeah, because it was quiet and then I coughed and then it was quiet. And so I was like, oh, I can use that. And it was unintentional. I was just I think I cleared my throat. I don't think I coughed.
But either way, you made a distinct sound that showed a distinct waveform.
That was on both of the cameras. And I was like, oh, this is great. And it was the freaking hardest thing I've ever done. Well, not really, but I've done some hard things.
You should take that as a compliment then.
He did. Anyway, yeah.
As she thinks about him fondly.
Of course.
I don't know. He could be in parentheses now. Who knows?
Oh, he'll never be in parentheses.
Oh, was this with the hubby?
No.
The hubby might end up in parentheses. Okay, got it.
Oh, no. Of course not. Of course not.
I mean, statistically, the divorce rate's not so great in this country, so I would never make assumptions.
Yeah. People just don't know how to communicate with each other and get along. I mean, be freaking nice.
That's difficult.
Very difficult for people.
It is. I choose violence daily.
Of course you would.
We just met. You've already come to that assumption?
It doesn't take long.
Fair.
Do you believe in aliens?
I mean, they have to exist.
Why do they have to?
The statistics of us being the only intelligent life out there.
Intelligent? That's a strong word.
Air quotes. Intelligent life.
I agree. Do you think they're here?
I think they drove by the trailer park and went, why are we stopping here?
Yeah. Yeah.
If you were a life form that had the ability for interstellar travel, why the fuck would you come to Earth?
I agree.
Unless it was to strip minus for our resources, which would not end well for us.
Very true. Think Independence Day.
Oh, they just were violent. They weren't really even taking our resources.
Wasn't that what they told the president in his mind? They were going to take
a sequel. I don't know. I didn't.
No, in the first one. I've never watched the sequel.
I've never watched it. No, they just.
Yeah, when he was doing they were in the. It's one of my favorite movies.
Oh, I haven't watched it in like 20 years.
Oh, I like destruction movies like Armageddon, Independence Day, Day After Tomorrow, anything that, like Earthquake with what's his name?
Oh, you missed the earthquake here like 2 nights ago.
I saw it. Well, I didn't see it. I saw people posting about it.
Did you see my clip with it?
No.
Oh, because I was doing one of these in the middle of the earthquake.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, that's fun. Well,
it wasn't so much fun for my guest, but but at the end of the day, all those movies don't make like any alien invasion movie where the aliens fucking blow us up to steal our resources doesn't make sense. You don't have to be on the planet. Why would you not use biological warfare and just kill us with diseases or chemicals?
Because then that might kill all the resources. I mean, if you use chemicals, and they're here, let's say they're here to take our crops, they're gonna.
Okay, use biological warfare then.
I don't know. Ask them.
Okay, I will.
Okay.
Well, it's the same thing with like machine uprising. Whenever it's like the plot of Terminator, like oh, the nuclear. No, machines don't breathe.
Robot. Yeah.
Why would they not just hey humans, here's some nice viruses for you. We don't have to breathe.
But computers can get viruses.
Not biological ones. Not biological ones. Nuking everyone makes no sense.
This is true. What about those old cult movies? Those are cool.
Like
Invasion of the Body Snatchers, The Blob, Audrey Rose.
Not familiar with that one.
Audrey, it's an old, lesser known cult horror movie about a girl who was reincarnated.
That sounds like hell.
It was for her.
Well,
because she started to relive how she died as she burned in a car fire.
Well, it's also like you got the sweet release of death and then you're just sent right back.
It's true. It's true.
Wouldn't that be so fucked? Like the divers are still retrieving your body and you're already back.
Yeah. But you wouldn't know you're back. She didn't know she was back until she started having these bad dreams.
Well, who knows? That's a work of fiction. Who knows if the bad dreams start immediately?
I don't know. She's a baby at first.
Yeah, that sounds pretty shitty too. Like shitting yourself, you have no agency. I mean, you do get as many tits in your mouth as you can get, but
yes,
it's the only upside of being a baby I can think of.
True. You do get a lot of tits.
And you don't have to pay taxes.
That would be so nice.
Tits and taxes? Tits and no taxes?
Yeah.
Oh my God, if you identify as a baby these days, like you full on, become an adult baby, can you just get out paying taxes?
Maybe my husband could claim me as a dependent.
Could. Maybe it won't work under this administration, but maybe the last administration that would have worked.
Yeah, I slept through everything.
Well, it's just, I'm a giant baby. I identify as a baby. Babies don't pay taxes.
It's like the people who identify as a cat.
They have to pay taxes?
I hope not. Good thing I don't have cats. If they had to pay taxes, I mean...
Could they write off their litter box?
Ooh. And their scratching posts.
Right. And their catnip.
I wish I could claim my dogs as dependents.
Why can't you?
I don't think that they're... I think that in most states, unfortunately, they're still considered property.
Well, yeah. Property can be written off as a business expense.
My dog can be written off as a business expense for what
I am not a CPA. I am not a CPA. We'll put that out there right now. I'm not a CPA. I'm not a lawyer. Anyways. Well, yeah, obviously they're integral to your business And they're a business expense.
How? No, they are not part of my business.
Well, you got and fucked it up saying that on camera.
Saying what on camera?
That they're not a business expense. They're not emotional support animals that enable you to do your job every day.
Enable me to do porn.
They don't have to be in the room to enable you to do porn.
This is true. And to be honest, they are legal prescription ESA dogs.
Yeah, so they definitely seem like they're part of your business.
But there's nowhere that I can claim them as a dependent. Hey,
No, not dependent. A business expense.
I need to ask my CPA about this because that's phenomenal.
I mean, it sounds like a business expense to me. Can you conduct business without them?
No, I have anxiety right now because they're not here.
I'm sorry, I'm not hairy enough.
It's true. He's not.
I'm not hairy enough to stop your anxiety. I'll work on it. Sorry.
Grow some fur. But
I have some, but you keep not wanting to see it. So.
AVN didn't want to see it. Why would I want to see it?
Because you're your own independent woman and you can think for yourself.
I can think for myself, and I think that they're right.
They probably are.
Excellent. Yeah. Man, that would be phenomenal, though. To claim my dogs.
Right off their dog food is a business meal.
God, I wish. Vet bills as medical expenses.
I mean, it's definitely a business expense. Once again, not a CPA, not a lawyer. Big disclaimer.
Oh, I'm asking.
Oh, you should ask.
I'm definitely asking. Yes.
You definitely should ask. You should ask an expert who can actually give real advice. I'm just saying you should.
Yeah, I will.
It's almost tax time. I think you should fill it out on your taxes as an expense and let your CPA tell you you're wrong. Don't ask. Just do it. They're supposed to review your shit.
I've already turned in all my stuff, though.
Well, there's always next year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're a business. You should be paying quarterly anyways.
I don't make that much.
You don't have to make that much to pay it quarterly.
Well, I don't like paying taxes.
No one likes paying taxes. There's whole billionaires who have built their lives around not doing it.
Oh, I know. Can you teach me your tricks?
Make a lot more money. Start a charitable foundation to fucking, funnel shit through. Come on.
I know. I don't know. Can't do that.
Why not? You don't believe in charity?
I do, but I can't take away from it.
No, you wouldn't take it. You're starting a charitable organization. You're not taking away from it. Contributing.
I'm contributing to my own charitable organization?
Yes.
It's going to be the Wendy Fund?
Yes. I bet your fans would donate.
Contribute to the Wendy Fund.
Oh my God. Because if you make it an actual non-for-profit and that they could donate and get a tax write-off for your donation.
Amazing.
Because it's a non-for-profit doesn't mean you can't draw a salary from it.
True. My wheels are turning in my head right now.
There you go. Once again, not a lawyer, not a CPA. But
you're gonna get me in trouble.
Well, just think about it this way: like all the donations that your fans make to you, instead of going through OF or whatnot, would be tax deductible donations to the nonprofit.
Yeah.
And as long as you just draw your reasonable salary from that nonprofit. Nonprofits make money. They just can't turn a profit. Doesn't mean you can't spend it.
I like where you're going with this.
Possibly. Or possibly jail time. One or the other.
Exactly.
One or the other. They'll put you in the old Wesley Snipes block.
Until then, I will go do and have great experiences with my donations.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, your non-for-profit could be to bring relief to Jamaica.
Yeah.
And that you have to personally oversee.
I do. I have to personally oversee that the people there are relieved.
Sounds like a good non-for-profit.
Do you go to concerts?
It's been a hot minute, unfortunately.
What band have you seen the most?
At this point, probably Slayer and Machine Head.
Slayer.
Yeah. That's the fucking stage name.
Mm-hmm.
Shitty high school nickname.
Is it really?
It is.
That's funny.
What was the last show you went to?
The last show I went to,
Mhm.
I would have to say the stadium tour with Joan Jett, Poison, Motley Crue, Def Leppard.
Very nice.
Holy shit, that's the last concert.
How long ago was that?
It was supposed to be in 2020 and they postponed it to 2021. Then they postponed it again. I think it was 2022.
And that arm still hasn't grown back, huh?
No, not since 1989, 1990, 1989. No, I'm sorry, 86.
I'm pretty sure he lost the arm in the 80s.
Because I have
His arm? Wow.
I
That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
No.
Like, is it like lacquer or like how'd you keep it fresh?
I don't have his arm
Anymore.
No, I was going to say I have an autographed poster from 87. And the picture in it, yeah, he doesn't have his arm.
You'd think they would have used old photos for him at that point. Like, they just keep using new photos with one arm?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's amazing without the arm. I mean, he was amazing before, but I mean, the fact that he kept going and figured out how to do his job, that's something he loved, you know.
And
I support him.
obviously, you went to a show.
I've been to a lot of them.
Def Leppard, the number one band you've seen?
No.
Who have you seen the most?
Bon Jovi. Why are you laughing?
I didn't laugh.
You did laugh? I saw you laugh.
I smirked.
Yeah, why'd you smirk?
It's Bon Jovi.
So?
Are you from New Jersey originally?
No.
Then why Bon Jovi?
Because
The drummer has two arms?
the drummer does have two arms. However, that is not why. I grew up on, you know, the 80s hair bands. And of course, as a young teenager, I had all of their pictures on my wall, and Bon Jovi was the main one. And that has been one of the only things that I have carried over from my youth is my love for 80s rock bands and Bon Jovi in particular.
If you were age appropriate and given the opportunity back in the day, would you have been a groupie?
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. I kind of was, but...
Whoa, you kind of... Okay, there's a story here.
No. There's no story. There's no story. I was the diehard. I still am. And I'm a groupie now. Like, I go everywhere.
Well, yeah, but have you gotten backstage and banged any of these musicians?
No, I'm not that kind of groupie.
That is a groupie.
I understand what you're saying, and no, I'm not.
Why not?
Because I never had the opportunity to do that.
Well, if you're going to all the shows, why do you not have the opportunity?
Well, you know why? Because I respect him too much to do that.
You respect him too much to fuck him? That's such a weird flex. Like, I only fuck people I don't respect.
No, that's not what I mean.
That's
not what I mean. So,
sorry,
you know what?
Sorry, husband.
Okay,
I don't respect you enough. I'll fuck you.
Back in the day, I would have.
Okay, what's stopping you now?
What's stopping me now is that I am more mature, and yes, I respect him for who he is and what he does, and his music and his.
But you could respect him with his penis inside you.
Believe me, I would love that. But
why aren't you doing that?
I wouldn't go after it like I would have back then.
But why?
I just said so.
Something about respect, which I don't comprehend.
Because you're disrespectful.
Duh.
But what I'm saying is, yes, back then I would, and now I still would, but I won't do that. Like, I wouldn't be the aggressor. He would have to come to me because I don't want to be that person. Everybody,
you don't want to be that person who gets what she wants.
Everybody and their freaking everybody wants to do that. I mean, they grab him and do this and do that, and it's
well, yeah, do it with a little more tact. Doesn't mean you can't do it.
Hey, I asked before I grabbed his butt. Okay.
And what did he say?
Go ahead.
Okay. And then why didn't you ask him if you could grab something else?
Because actually it was during a shoot, meet and greet where you got your photo taken and I was moved on.
Oh, will you show very quickly? Ask, can I take a picture with your penis in my mouth? Like,
you know what? I should have.
right. What's the worst thing to say? No.
Mm-hmm. And then I get banned from everything ever again.
If he would ban you over you asking to blow him, you don't deserve to give him your money.
This is true. This is true.
It's not like you were trying to take it by force. It's not like you're pulling it out of his pants and like, it's going in my mouth. Like,
right
you asked.
now.
Yeah, you just asked.
I did ask. But I did get to pinch his butt.
How did that feel?
Oh, it was... it was hard yet pliable. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was firm and...
Best day of your life, that or your wedding day?
Oh, definitely grabbing John Bon Jovi's ass. Are you kidding me?
I had to ask. I had to get on the record. I didn't want to.
Even my husband knows that.
As long as he knows where he stands.
My husband's name is John, so.
Is that why?
No.
Is that why you married? Like, consolation prize, John.
So I can call out John's name while he's fucking me, and I can, no, that's not why. But it's a coincidence. It's a happy coincidence.
You just like middle of sex go, oh, we're halfway there?
Halfway there.
Sorry. I couldn't resist.
Do you know that when I worked with the marine mammals, I had a Bon Jovi whale show?
I did not know that.
So I did the whale show, only I used Bon Jovi music. It was great.
How'd the whales feel about that?
She loved it.
Sure. She didn't bite you, so.
She never bit anybody. She never bit anybody.
That's good. She never dragged a trainer to her death and.
No.
Good.
Yeah.
Don't want to see marine mammals killing people.
No. She was very sweet.
Aw.
She was like a big 8,000-pound baby.
How many divers did it take to get her out?
No divers.
She's still among us.
No.
I don't know where to take this now. I could get so darker with it, but I'm not going to because.
It's enough of that.
Yeah, exactly. I saw the look. You're like, please don't do it. Don't do it. I will not.
No. It was good. It was fun. It was fun because I used Living on a Prayer as the closing song. And there was one behavior she did where she takes her tail and splashes the whole audience. And so in the middle of the song, at the key change, where the key changes and he goes, whoa, it just like splashes everybody and everybody screamed and it was perfect timing. Perfect timing.
Amazing.
It was amazing. Why are you laughing?
Because it's pretty comical.
It's not comical.
Well, I think it's hilarious that I just got a visual of like all these families just getting soaked to Living on a Prayer.
That was hysterical. That's
will where my mind
get
went.
old of watching and laughing and thinking of it, everything. Yeah.
Is that what you miss the most about the job?
The relationships with the animals were amazing. Like one of a kind. Like, very few people can say that they've actually had some type of bond with an 8,000-pound killer whale or a 500-pound dolphin or a 700-pound sea lion, and it's absolutely amazing.
I'm just curious, why you feel the need to weight shame them. Bring up all their weights. Why does their weights matter?
Because if I had said a 20-pound killer whale, people would be like, my dog is bigger than that.
Well, why do you have to bring up their weights at all? I feel like you're shaming them for their mass.
It's not a shaming thing. It's a comparison thing. I don't shame my animals.
I'm right here. You've been trying to shame me all night.
All night long. Just keep your shirt on.
I'm going to. See, this is why we don't let him out. He's a distraction.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Mm.
See, I told you this would be unlike anything else you've done so far.
And now we drink.
Yep.
Yeah. No. It's cool.
Well, I'd hope so. I mean, you're on air still. You still kind of have to say that. You don't have
I don't really.
No, you really don't.
Don't joke over there.
I mean, if you're going to, please do it in the bathroom for easy cleanup.
Right? Or in the sink.
No, because if he collapses, he'll still be on the kitchen floor. And then I have to step over him to get something later.
Yeah, no.
In the bathroom, I can just ignore it for a while.
True. Very true.
I'm just thinking of me.
Obviously, as he said earlier, he, selfish. It's all about him.
I'm a podcast host. This shouldn't be a surprise to anyone.
It should be all about your guests.
Well, then it would be your podcast.
No.
It's mostly about the guest.
It's mostly about BS because that's what we've been talking about the whole time.
Yes.
I love it.
Oh, were you supposed to get deeply in depth here and talk about?
Tell me your deepest, darkest secrets.
Nah, I don't want to talk about that.
Good answer. I didn't want to hear it.
Didn't want to hear it. See, I feel used now. I was about to open up, but now I can't trust. I'll never trust again.
Lies.
Stories.
Freaking lies.
Stories. Yeah, I'm definitely subtitling this episode Storytelling.
Yes. It's all about the stories.
Well, maybe you haven't built my trust up enough that I want to open up like that to you.
I did just meet you 2 hours ago.
Yeah, and you don't want to see my nipples.
No.
Actually, that's been confusing. There was a couple points where you did ask to see my nipples. So,
The nipples, yes. The midriff, no.
well, it's not a low cut top. No, that wasn't a nipple either.
I was saying you could.
Nope. Not a low cut top. Do you want me to Hulk Hogan my shirt?
Yes.
I'm not going to.
Do you know, I met him once and he looked at me and he says, "You're blonde like my daughter. You could be my daughter. Do you want to be my daughter?"
Oh boy.
No. He was nice though.
I'm sure he wanted to fuck you.
Probably. And then I actually met his daughter.
She want to fuck you?
No,
Aw.
No.
That's a bummer.
she did not. That's okay. It's all right.
Is it? Are you sure?
Maybe.
Is it a blow to the ego?
I didn't really care. I mean, I saw them all the time. They were in Miami, so.
Yeah. Well, it's good to know you're not a star fucker. You didn't want to just fuck her because she's the one that was on a reality show once and came out of Famous Balls.
No. Not her dad. Not anybody that I've met. Who have you met? Have you met anybody famous besides me?
Now you're just trying to get me in trouble with all the other guests on the show.
You know what I mean? Big famous. Like been on Oscar-winning movie or television show, like
Wow.
Sopranos.
Way to tear down the other members of your industry. That's
They know what I mean. There's no disrespect to them.
well, some of them definitely have more views than a mainstream television. Like, yeah, some people have more views on one of their scenes on the hub than The Sopranos gotten in its entire run.
This is true.
So I don't think we should degrade our industry by saying,
My God.
but yes,
You know that is not what I mean. And
But
they
yes.
know that it's not what I mean either.
I have met some mainstream celebrities.
Who?
You want me to just welcome to the name drop hour?
I started it, so yes.
Well, yeah. None of them have been like, I want to fuck you, Matt. Or I look like a familial member that I'd like to fuck. Allegedly.
Okay, fine. Don't share. I thought we were opening up and you didn't want to share your deepest, darkest secret, so I thought maybe you could share that.
That I could grossly name drop famous people who have done more in life than I have to validate myself.
To make you feel bad?
No, it doesn't make me feel bad, but to like elevate my status in life because I've been in the same room, shared the same air, shared a drink with someone who's accomplished more in life. Meh.
Fine. That's fine.
I've definitely fucked some people that are more famous than me, but that doesn't take much.
True.
It's really not a high bar.
True.
But yes, I have met. There's been some mainstream people of note that have been on this show.
Excellent. Good for you.
I think so.
Yeah.
Way to do your research about the show.
I only know.
You're like, I only learned about this 3 hours ago.
And I heard about you because of tweets on, or whatever they're called now on whatever that app is.
Well, good. I'm glad the marketing's working.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you've heard of it through marketing, the marketing's working.
Absolutely. Good job.
Notable mainstream people who have done the show. Bert Kreischer's been on the show. Al Sparks. Dino Cazares from Fear Factory. Dan Kenny from Suicide Silence. Murray Valeriano, who's a nationally touring comic. And then a good chunk of multiple award-winning of your cohorts. Our cohorts.
Excellent. That's very good.
Who's the most famous person you've had sex with?
That's a toughie.
Why's that?
Why is that?
Because you don't have the spreadsheet in front of you? She's going to kill me.
I am. I would have to say it's between 3 different people.
And their names are?
Brickzilla.
Okay.
Hollywood Cash.
Okay.
Parker Ambrose.
Okay. All very well-known names.
Mm-hmm.
Not a single Oscar between them.
No Oscars. Not at all.
Not even an Emmy.
Or a Grammy.
Or a SAG award. Not even a fucking SAG. Not even a Golden Globe.
Oh my God. So obviously they're not famous.
Well, how many avians between them? Probably a few.
Yeah, I think so. I know Hollywood had some. Good job. Yeah. And actually those two, Hollywood and Parker, were in the beginning of their careers. The beginning of mine too. So, but yeah. Congratulations, guys.
Well, hopefully one day they'll be like, you're the most famous person they fucked.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, not with that attitude.
This is true, but I know that they have fucked some pretty up there people. So,
well, go murder them and then you'll be the most famous left. Highlander rules.
oh my God. That's not how I want to get it.
Well, want and need to are two separate things.
That's not how I need to get it.
Oh, fine. Spoil sport.
God. I'll just wait for the aliens to come and blow everybody up, and then I'll be the
No, poison everyone. Poison.
Sorry, poison. Gosh, poison.
Real aliens aren't using explosives.
No.
What? It's so wasteful.
It is. But unfortunately, that's what everybody thinks they use.
Yeah, it's better as a visual medium. Do you know how boring it would be to watch everyone just drop dead of disease?
But they didn't use explosives in the Body Snatchers.
Because they didn't have the budget. It was like 1947.
True.
Yeah, there's no modern alien invasion movie that doesn't involve some graphic fucking violence, except maybe Signs, but the aliens were defeated by water and a baseball bat.
The Abyss.
They weren't really trying to take over. And James Cameron legitimately tried to kill some people during that.
What about that other one? That woman was communicating with oh my God, what was it called?
Oh, I know which one you're talking about, and I never saw it.
They were like in a farm and like this thing. I don't know anyway.
It's a bad synopsis.
That's very bad. They were trying to communicate with them using
Contact, wasn't it?
Yes. They didn't blow anything up, did they?
Were they really trying to take over? I didn't see that movie.
I don't remember. It's been a while.
So I can look up the synopsis of it.
No, it's all right. It's not.
I don't need to be
Not worth
proven
it.
wrong on that. Fair enough.
That's fine.
I won't go to the facts.
And you don't.
We won't fact check any of your stories this trip.
Stories. That's what they are.
They are stories.
Stories. It's all true.
Stories are often not true.
Don't you think that everything you read on the internet is true? So why are you going to look on the internet to fact check?
Well, because if there's multiple reputable sources, there's a higher likelihood that it's true.
Okay, we'll see how many people fact check on this on your comments.
Oh, they'll just say hateful things. They won't fact check.
Oh, rude.
Oh, often. My comment section is full of
Oh, I'm sure.
very angry people that have not seen the inside of a woman's genitalia since they were born.
Oh, how dare you, people,
They're often very angry about it.
about not seeing the inside of it.
Yeah,
Sucks to be them.
it does. Often.
But what does that just make them feel better?
Oh, yes, because they're so sad with their lives that they have to angrily lash out at a stranger and try to make a stranger feel bad.
Yeah,
Happy people don't do that.
no. I've had a couple of those, believe it or not.
Trolls?
Angry people, yeah. Hateful,
I'm sure.
rude.
I'm sure.
Like, what did I ever do to you?
Oh, you didn't pay them enough attention.
I don't even know them. And I didn't
Exactly,
know they
but-
existed.
Exactly, but you're the object of their lust, I'm assuming. And in their minds, they're the center of their universe, so how dare you not pay attention to them?
Give me an opportunity to first. And then you can say all the hateful things you want.
But if you say the hateful things, you're discussing them on a podcast right now, they stick out because they said something hateful.
They're blocked. They can't even.
Well, now they can't, but
Yeah.
it's all an attention-seeking behavior.
I don't
you
even
shouldn't-
respond.
You
I
shouldn't
don't.
block them. You
No?
shouldn't. No.
Why?
No. Their engagement.
True.
They are nothing. As I was saying earlier, I don't value these people's opinions. Why should you be bothered by them saying some idiot saying something hateful that's completely irrelevant to your world?
Yeah.
Except that comment, the algorithm sees as engagement. And as your fandom grows, there'll be other dudes that want to white knight you and that will argue with them for you.
Oh, I have that. Oh, I have that now. And
Right.
it's amazing. But
So why not let the white knights go do their shit?
I do.
Then why would you block those people?
No, but see, this recently wasn't on my post, so I couldn't block them.
What was it on?
Somebody else's post about me.
Yeah.
Like whatever. And oh my God. I have great fans. I love my fans. Love them. They're great. Some of them have been with me since the beginning. And
Like
I couldn't
The
be.
hair metal days beginning?
Yeah. 4 years ago, the hair metal days.
I don't think that was the heyday of hair metal. I could be wrong.
It was not.
Wendy's like, this is exhausting. I don't know how he does this all the time.
Hey, no, I'm having a great time.
Stories. That one was malicious.
Yeah.
But you were saying before I interrupted, did you have great fans?
I do have great fans. I love them. They're great. I have some very loyal ones. I have quite a few that have been around for a very long time. And I appreciate all of them. I call them my Wendy's warriors. Yeah.
I feel very like they need to dress up very Mad Max for that.
I'm trying to imagine.
Well, 'cause I'm
if
getting-
I should or not.
Well, partially because I'm getting Wendy O. Williams in my mind with it.
What?
Wendy O. Williams, the punk singer.
Okay.
Like-
I thought you said
No. Well, like,
I thought you said Wendy Williams, and I was just like, what?
no, not the person who's dying of dementia at the moment. Jeez, why would you go there?
You said it.
I said Wendy O. Williams.
I didn't hear the O part.
Yeah, like Wendy O. Williams, like you.
Okay.
I think there was more, like, very much more punk rock pictures of her, but I remember there was some music video from the 80s where she very much looked very Mad Max, like, it was like very punk rock.
Oh, yeah.
So I can imagine her fan base, people being into her being like very punk rock,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mad Max isk. So that's just where
My warriors.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shooting at the walls of heartache, bang bang. Sorry.
I am the warrior.
I couldn't help myself. I'm sorry. That was just right.
A lot of people won't even get that reference.
No. A lot of people aren't old like us. Like me.
Thank you.
And you're barely a millennial, so we're on that Gen Z cusp.
Oh my God. Because I'm 35 and I'm a Pisces.
No, that would make you just a millennial.
And I like long walks on the beach.
And pina coladas and getting caught in the rain. And you're not into yoga?
No.
And you have half a brain?
I do not.
Do you think that would hurt the image to be like, oh yeah, I have half a brain?
That's what probably a lot of people who don't like porn think that porn people have.
Well, like any line of work. Some people do, some people don't.
Well, exactly. And it appears that, in what I have chosen to do with my life, I have a lot of controversy. I had a lot of controversy when I was training the marine animals, and now look at what I'm doing and there's controversy there. So it's something that I've dealt with for a very long time and I don't really care.
Or should you? It's your life.
Exactly.
It's really that simple. Like,
exactly. If you don't like it, fuck off. Who cares?
Change the
Go
channel.
away. Exactly.
Scroll away.
You don't need to, belittle me to make yourself feel better.
Unless it's on your posts, then belittle away because it drives engagement.
I'll smile and flick you off and let you go.
I mean, they don't matter.
No.
They literally don't matter. They're literally just numbers driving more people to your content because all in all, it's a numbers game.
Yep. I don't know how to look at.
This is true. But as long as the other algorithm shows your content to more people, yes, there are going to be some people who are hateful about it, some people who want nothing to do with it. But if they're willing to comment and make the algorithm show it to more people, statistically, you're going to pick up some people that are into it.
Yeah.
And if that hateful person's fucking idiotic comment accidentally pushes the algorithm to push it in front of someone who becomes your number one super fan, that's a win.
Absolutely. Comment away.
Yeah. Say stupid shit. It's fine. No one actually cares.
No.
Get to feel better about yourself for a moment till you go back
to
your real life and realize no one cares there either.
No one cares at all.
No, they don't.
You know why? Because they all tell stories.
Well, everyone tells stories.
I don't.
That's the story, right?
It is. But, only when I'm, joking around or whatever. I don't tell stories all the time. I hardly ever tell stories.
Straight shooter. Bang, bang.
I'm the warrior.
You are.
Yeah.
Stories and justifications are just part of life. I don't think the majority of people, even when they're gross and villainous in their own minds, generally are. They're probably just telling themselves stories to justify their shitty behavior.
Oh, 100%. I'm doing this because XYZ happened to me, so I'm doing this to make myself feel better.
Right.
Yeah. It's an awful way to think. It's an awful way to think because you got hurt, so you're going to hurt somebody else or do whatever it is that happened. That doesn't justify what happened to you.
Oh, for sure it doesn't. Doesn't mean people don't do it pretty often.
Oh, I know.
And this is why the aliens won't actually stop here.
Yeah, they're like, stay far away from there. That Earth place, don't go.
Space trailer park.
It is. It's horrible. And you know what? If we ever get to Mars, we're going to fuck that up too.
Oh, yeah. But that's going to be fucked up first with a lot of dead people.
Yeah.
A lot of dead people.
It's true.
I mean, Could you imagine being ship number 5 that just lands there to a bunch of corpses because it wasn't properly fucking, insulated?
Oh my God.
If they're smart, they'll send Wall-E robots with all the other crews to clean up the corpses when they fuck up.
Why? Since, they have these robots that make these drinks at the bars, the bar robots or whatever. They have these robots that put shit together underwater. They have all of the stuff. Why can't they send robots up to build all this shit before they actually send people up?
I'm sure they could. But why spend the money and infrastructure until humans are actually ready to habitate there?
But how would they habitate without the infrastructure?
Yeah, but if the infrastructure is built today, I don't think there's enough way to keep it sustainable. Travel still takes too long.
Yeah.
To sustain supplies. It's not like you would have to grow hydroponic crops. You would have to have fully lab grown protein. Like you're not raising livestock on Mars.
Mm-hmm.
That just
right. And eggs are so expensive you couldn't even ship them.
Can you imagine shipping a bunch of eggs to Mars and then break in flight?
Turbulence freaking broke all of our eggs.
Yep. That was $1 billion lost. $1 billion lost in eggs.
Hard boil them.
I want a fucking omelet. Fuck that.
I don't know what to tell you then. They're all broken.
I'm not going to Mars. I'm staying on Earth where there's omelets. Plus, how does the atmosphere or lack thereof affect cooking? Because boiling happens differently, higher above because of atmosphere.
Yeah.
So I don't even know how cooking works on Mars.
You would have to eat everything raw.
Cool. Send the vegans. You want a raw diet? To Mars, motherfucker.
There you go. That'll solve it.
It will. My life will be happier. Their lives will be something. Possibly very short.
Just think, if kids are born on Mars, they're real Martians.
They're real Martians. And also wouldn't be U.S. citizens at that point.
That's right. If they landed, they would be deported. Where would they be deported to?
I don't know. Like, we're sending you back to Mars. ICE is sending you back to Mars.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's hilarious. I'm sorry. I typically don't talk about political stuff, but that was funny.
Oh yeah, I mean that's not really just politics. This is just how the way the world is at the moment. I'm not stating any political opinion. It's just the way of the world at the moment.
Exactly. So I've been very, very careful about that. So.
Not getting deported?
Not getting deported.
Got your papers on you? I mean, your passport's about to expire in 2 years.
2 years. Oh my God.
Where are they going to send you?
That's a good question.
Better keep those papers up to date.
I better start filling out the paperwork now. Yeah, no, it's I don't know where I would go. Jamaica.
Would Jamaica take you?
They love me there.
Well, I'm sure some people in Jamaica love you. Does the country itself love you?
Those few people don't represent the whole country.
I mean, I hope a few people don't represent the whole country.
Then I don't know. But I mean, I would go nowhere then. I would belong.
Detention center.
No, I don't want to go there.
Well,
I can stay here.
On my couch?
Sure. Don't tell anybody.
Okay.
Shh, it's our secret.
You just told the internet.
Well, they were kind of listening in already, so.
You didn't have to use your outside voice. Inner monologue that shit.
Then how would you have known? Did you read my mind?
Maybe. How do you know? I definitely read that one.
What did I say?
I don't want to repeat that. It's not polite.
I actually said, what the fuck am I thinking right now?
Right. That's not polite. Not polite.
Oh, no.
Tell me for like 4 hours. And you're just like, so I live on your couch now. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time that someone in the industry has just decided that after doing a podcast. So
it's okay. I won't stay on your couch.
Cool.
Oh, he's so happy about that.
Yeah, that's where I watch TV. I don't want to have to sit on you while I watch television.
Please don't sit on me. Please.
Done. Done. Easily accomplished.
Excellent. Excellent.
But I hate to do it. We're going to call last call on this motherfucker. You have like a
I have a little bit left.
couple millimeters of beer.
Last call for alcohol.
Is indeed. Wendy, before we get you out of here,
Huh.
where can they find you on the things?
The things. WendyRaine.com has all my things and more.
And more. Oh, no. Well, once we have fully gotten Wendy off my couch, be sure to check her out.
Don't worry, I'm not going to be on his couch. I don't want him to sit on me.
I'm celebrating this. It's an easy victory.
Great. I'm so glad he's happy.
Said no one ever.
Can you tell by the look on my face?
We'll see what it looks like in post.
Cheers.
Cheers. Until next week, drink up, motherfuckers.
Woo-hoo!